lot of black people place value in material things and not themselves. They place value in cars, clothes, shoes, you know, stuff that doesn't bring you back anything, but they place value, okay, I'll wear this, I'm on the in crowd now, instead of placing value in learning and things that we should, like, you know, you said previously about how growing as young black people, you know, if you go through regular grade school, they start off from the slaves and go forward. They don't go backwards and talk about, well, we educated them and taught them every facet of education, government.
If they did that, they wouldn't be superior.
Nah, taught them how to bathe, taught
And
everything, everything. Modern medicine, the wheel, writing systems, we taught them everything, you know. And
They're our children.
most kids don't know that. And I think you give them, you start them with that basis. Look, all this came from us. This is stuff that your ancestors created. You know, I feel like kids will take more pride in learning, okay, well, I wanna learn this stuff. You know, I wanna learn all these things that we created. You know, but they're not started off with that basis.
And it's not just our children. Let me say this. I taught in Africa. And when I remember when I was teaching in Ethiopia, and, you know, I asked them, in fact, I was teaching African history from one period to another. And, you know, I asked them, well, what do you think about yourself? And you wouldn't believe it, but some of the same things that you would get in a school there, you know, well, I mean, these were all adults because they were college students, but they saw themselves as impoverished, poor, and ignorant. And this was the beginning of my class. And to me, the most rewarding experience as an educator is to be able to take students from a place of feeling like they're nothing to understand that they are somebody. And at the end of that class, it was just, you know, it just brought tears to my eyes that they finally understood that they were not impoverished. That's what the white man told them so they could come there and get their riches. Now, why would you go to an impoverished place that didn't have nothing, take the people and the resources and anything else that you can get out of there if there was nothing there? And when I explained that to them, they began to understand that they are rich in culture, rich in history, and so many other things. But it's just a matter of really explaining it to them and helping people to see, not from the lens of a European, but to see it from an African-centered perspective. And for me, that was, I mean, I'll admit to anyone, I used to be an Oreo. I was an Oreo. I was a dark-skinned person with a white mind. I promise you I was. I did not know who I was. I did not like my skin color, and I darn sure didn't like my hair. I remember being in the mirror, asking God why he cursed me with this hair that I couldn't even get a comb through. Oh, I remember. What liberated me was self-knowledge, was understanding that who I was and that I came from a legacy of greatness, not a legacy of enslavement. That was something that was put on us. But when I began, and my master's degree is in African Studies, and I was in a different master's program, but when I went to this conference, and I met Dr. Malefi Asante, and I heard all this black talk and black this and black that, I said, God, that's where I need to go. I'm ready to love myself. I am more than just a slave, you know? And that's what really changed me. That's what changed my life. And from that moment, I committed myself to being the change that I want to see in the world. I'm not waiting on a Savior. I just want to do as much that I can do with every breath and every resource that I have. I will spend my last penny, my last dime, some people in this room know me, on trying to get something that I know will benefit our people.
I wanted to say one last thing, and then I'm getting ready to head out. The last thing I want to say, this really kind of applies to y'all. When I say y'all, I mean the women. This is the last thing I'm gonna say that I really think is important because it bothers me a lot. I love to see black women like such as y'all self who carry yourselves the way y'all do and have that type of mind, because I don't think these young black women quite realize just how powerful they are. How they don't realize, and here's the thing that bothers me. It's me and my uncle, we trade knowledge and stuff a lot. It seems like our young black women are the only, not humans, the only species on this planet that I have seen that will sit there and reproduce with weak males of their species. Never seen nothing like it in my life. I've never seen a group of people who, not even in the jungle, you don't see female lions reproducing with male lions who can't hunt, can't provide, that don't even happen in the jungle. Only our race of young women are impressed by silly, ridiculous stuff like that, where they will reproduce with men who have no drive, no ambition, won't work, won't do any of that stuff like that. They realize, I don't think they realize.
Have you written a rap song about that?
Willie Link.
I do. I haven't put out some of that
Well,
stuff.
you need
I gotta
to
wait
put
for
it
that
out.
stuff. I gotta wait for that stuff. But what it really is,
That's what they need.
they don't understand how powerful they are. Everything we as men do, almost everything we do as men is to get the attention. But we do what we think the women will like or we think they will accept. So if women are saying this type mediocre behavior and all type of stuff is okay, well then that's what we're gonna bring to the table. That's why these young black men have no drive. That's why they have because that's what the women are saying to them indirectly. This is okay.
From
Okay,
motherhood
now,
on.
That's true too.
Okay, I agree, but I ain't gonna let you bash our sisters like that. I'm gonna say this because black women are the least desired women in the world. And then when no. Now black women are beautiful. And I agree. Like, I mean, we lead in the fashion world. I mean, everything that you see in the fashion is because of us.
But see,
But the thing is, when a lot of our brothers, a lot of our good men, they get on, like Kanye said, he gonna get him a white girl.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, yeah, I mean, you know what? And
Our women-
that's
Our women dress the way they dress, they
yes,
dress us too.
exactly. So it's like then you have black women who want a black man, and then it's like pretty much the pickings are slim.
Us as black men not having our sisters natural hair.
I mean, it's for both of us that we have to
I'm gonna tell you the
correct.
problem I see
But
with black men in the community. Like, what is up with? Why is everything? I am gonna defend y'all on this. Why is everything but black praise? Like, if I hear one more rap song with people praising foreign or light skinned or women that are not black, people like I really heard dudes tell me that
say
they
light
were
skin.
no,
because I'm light skinned, but I'm like the blackest sister that
yeah, I know you are, but
now
these,
you know we come in different shades.
I know black men who they that's all they praise. They think and their mothers as black as night, but they sit there and we have been. This is the part of the media that the media has done. We've been taught that everything other than black is beautiful. You look at the beautiful, you see a bunch of little Puerto Rican women running in bikini. They barely can't even speak English, but that's what is being put in front. It's being told to these young people that's beautiful.
I think the problem started way back in the day when we were brought over here and we were given that book that did not belong to us. I feel that, I don't know if it's the problem that we produced weak men, but our men were taken away from us, or when we stood there on the chopping block and our men we had to watch our men be degraded, it made them feel a certain way inside. Or when our when they're women, when your black man is laying there and he got to get kicked out of the cabin so massa can come in there and lay with his woman, that did something to his mental. That made him feel certain. That made him look at, I hate to call him Becky, that's just what they would be today. They made him look at Becky as if they were a prized possession. If I can get her, that would do something back to massa. That would make him feel like he did to me. So in a sense, when sometimes they can say it's all for love, I do believe everybody can love who they want. I come from a family who has, there's very little black folks in our family. Everybody is something else. So I do believe you can love who you want, but for a bigger majority of it, I think it's an inside soul thing that they don't even really realize it sometimes. Some of them will tell you yes. And then when our black men were taken away and treated like young boys, that's how we had to look at them, like they were young and they were weak. And then when they would take y'all and kill you and send you away, and we had to sit here and raise these men, we learned to be independent. We learned to teach these men feminine traits that y'all grew up to learn. I am a single mother in my home. Okay, my boys watch me like a hawk. Everything I do. If I'm too quiet to them, they're, Mommy, where are you? Are you okay? Okay? And I have to try to remind them every day that you're a king, you're this way. I can't teach them to be a man. I had this conversation with my best friend the other day. I can't teach my children how to be a man if it was to save my life, but I can raise them and teach them how to be at least a decent human being. And I can show them how a man is going to treat me by when someone comes to my home, because not anybody comes to my home, I'll sit and talk to you at the park or whatever. You know, for real, because my children watch that. If my door is a revolving door, they're going to think that's what women are supposed to do. Now, when I have an issue with something, I'll take it to their grandfather, or I'll take it to the strong men in my community who I know will get on them and speak knowledge. So they have a big support system when it comes to men. They may not have it alone or something, but that's probably the problem. It's not all us. I'm a strong chick. Please believe that. My mother was, even though she was single. Okay? So what I birthed out were not weak men. We're not weak at all. I did not let my struggles get to them. And sometimes y'all are birthed from strong women and you turn out to be weak men because we put our pressures and our issues on y'all. Y'all don't know how to.
They maybe too many of them.
And
They have not taught them. They have given a lot of time. What I see happen. Some of the biggest criminals I went to school with, they came up in nice homes. Like some of the biggest prisoners, the people I know, because mommy and daddy gave them everything. We got to teach these men how to work. We got to teach them. You can't take that. A lot of times, you black women, y'all are so strong and y'all have that maternal spirit in y'all.
No,
that y'all want to just
we're afraid. We're afraid that comes from that generational thing of thinking that our little black baby's getting ready to be snatched from us. I had to condition myself to stop. I hold and I kiss mine all doggone day. But let me tell you, I'll check them in a minute. Anybody, and I see black women like, dang, Nadine, yes, I'll put my foot in your throat real quick if I have to. You will wash dishes. I hardly clean my house. I'll tell people, I clean me. I got 2 boys. Yes, they're gonna do it. They're outside raking the leaves. I ask my landlord, you need some help? They sure, especially when they get in trouble. Go do that, because if you get in trouble, this is what society will have you do. Do I really want them out there maybe working hard, making money? Yes. But in a sense, do I want them working for somebody? No. But this is what will happen to you. I try to teach mine to be strong. I try not to love them so much where when I go to the school and they get in trouble, not mine. No, I know exactly what mine did, yet that sounds like something boo-boo did. I hold them accountable for what they do.
That's what we need. They always defending everybody.
We're so afraid.
Everybody want a baby.
A lot of black moms don't have a black man, so who do they make their black man? That one, they cater to their little sons. They do everything.
They defend them.
My mommy, can you do
no wrong. It's like,
do what? We not rich, we got made. You better get up and do it.
She got a question.
Yeah, she had a question.
I have a question, but we're so